Before we start creating any ads in our ad manager, we have to know a thing or two about images in Facebook ads. Okay, so about copies like post and headlines and description, you can use your copy templates. But in this video, I would like to cover all important things you need to know about images. Okay, so in this video, we are going to focus on the rule of 20%. It means every single image, or if you run video ads, it means every single video has, let's say, a preview image. So that image, it's not allowed that image can contain more than 20% of text in the image. Okay, so only 20% of text are allowed in the image. And how to check if your images are okay with that rule? So go here, for example, go type on Google text overlay tool, and usually, or maybe Facebook overlay tool, and you can see text overlay tool Facebook. It's the first. This is the first link. Click on it, and this is the Facebook overlay tool. Okay, so what you can do, you can upload your image here. So if you upload image that is okay with that rule, probably we will see. I have two images. Let me show you. Both of them. So first one is like this. It's a square picture. It's that one. It is this picture. Okay, but bigger. And a second one is this. So you can see the only difference here is that the headlines are bigger here, and there is, bigger margins between two of them. Okay, so headlines are bigger in the second case. This is the only difference. Only difference. The picture or the image of the toolkit is the same, but you can see it's placed below the headline. That's it. Okay, so if you put that picture, the first picture or image here, the overlay Facebook tool says it's okay. But if you upload the second one, that one where the headlines are bigger, both of these headlines are a little bigger, you need to wait for a while. As you can see, text overlay is medium. It means that ads reach your ads reach maybe slightly lower, but I don't recommend you to do that because you will pay much more for your ads. So I highly recommend you to follow this rule, and every single time test your image that your image is okay with that rule. Okay, the result of the test should be okay. Okay, so how you can, if you create your image, how you can find how to structure those sentences to be sure that your image follows the rule of 20%. There is a very easy way. You can use canva.com, and make your picture here if you want, or ask your designer to create your picture, for example, here, and you can open it. We usually use square pictures because square pictures, based on our experience, perform better than rectangle pictures. So we usually use square pictures. The size is 1200, width 1200, height 1200. It's a square. So how you can know, or how you can check if this picture follows the 20% rule? You can easily find out it by downloading a grid. So type square grid Facebook. Okay, and click on images, and here you can download like a grid, you know, and follow find square grid, no rectangle like this one, but square, for example. So I can open this one and download this grid by clicking on the right with the right mouse click, and download save image as Facebook grid. Okay, save it, and then I can upload this grid by drag and drop here to upload, and then I can click on that grid and make it, you know, as big as possible. And as you can see, all of my text, Facebook doesn't count any text on your products. Okay, so it doesn't count these texts. All text that Facebook counts are the headlines here, and you have to follow the rule of 5 squares. It means none of your text or all of your text should be in 5 squares. It means if you can see, this is the first square, this is the second square, third square, fourth, 5, and so on. And there are 5 times 5 square, altogether 25 squares. So it means that 20% of this image are exactly 5 squares. So if you want to be sure that your image is okay with 20% rule, it means all of your text should be in 5 square maximum. Okay, so your text should be in 3 squares, 2 squares, it doesn't matter, but not more than 5. And as you can see, all of my headlines are inside these 5 squares. If you use the same grid here, you will see the difference. Okay. Okay. Well, so if I click here and use the same grid here, once again, give me a second. Okay, drag and drop grid here. How I can drag and drop grid? Cool. So if I make this grid bigger, as you can see, all of those texts are in 10 squares. It means first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9th, 10th. There are 10 squares where my headlines are placed, you know. So that's the reason why this tool shows me that the second image is with doesn't follow the rule of 20%. Okay, so every single time when you create your ads and put your or an image for your ad, put your image here to see how it performs in this test. And every single time your image text should be okay. If it's not, use Canva, overlay your image with this grid, and see how you should move, or where you should move your headlines to follow this rule. Okay, I hope it makes sense. And that's it about Facebook ad rule of 20%. 20% of the image. Okay, so once again, every single preview image of your videos, every single image of your ads should follow or have to follow 20% rule if you want your ad performs better. Okay, so hope that helps, and let's create another let's create our first ad.